The Perfect One Piece Game, a video series going in depth about what I think should be in, well, the perfect One Piece video game. And in my video covering how devil fruits will work in the game, I said I'd make a side series where I take certain devil fruits and go in detail about how they will work in this game. This is devil fruit functions in the perfect One Piece game. Hey everybody, you miss me? I know it's only been about 8 months, and while I do apologize immensely for that, there's been a couple of reasons for the hiatus. The main thing is pretty much just me having to work all the time. Before the summer started, I was working 2 jobs, one in school and the other at Macy's. And before I got that job at Macy's, I was coaching the school's wrestling team. So I've just really been busy working all the time. The other thing is burnout. So while I've only uploaded about 20 or so videos here on YouTube, for the last couple of years, I've been brainstorming and working on ideas about personal projects I've been wanting to put out there. But I always get to a point where I get burnt out. And I don't know why, but it just kills all my momentum. I'm also just having an overall anime, or maybe not even anime, but just One Piece burnout as well. While One Piece is my favorite piece of fiction of all time, there are times where I get burnt out with the series where I'm not super hyped about everything that's going on. I guess what's happening in the manga right now as of chapter 1121, because that's when this video is being recorded, it just hasn't been very exciting for me, which kind of leans into my enthusiasm to create these videos. That's also why the One Piece finale video has been taking so long to drop. The recording has actually been done for months now, I just haven't been motivated to finish editing it. Oh, and one more reason, I promise this is the last thing too. So my laptop, which is a MacBook Pro, which is what I've used to make all these videos, is about 6 years old now, and brother, is it on its last legs. Like, the battery is cooked. I can only use it when it's plugged into the charger and it overheats constantly. And that's not helped by the fact that I live in an old ass apartment building that doesn't have central air. And I also don't currently own an AC right now. Like, it's so hot in my place, I had to record this video at my mom's house. I had to leave the comfort of my home, or lack thereof, just to record this video. But aside from all that, I just wanted to push through and complete this series. I see a lot of people still comment on my videos. I still have over 1,000 subs, so I know my channel isn't dead quite yet. And I have a goal to see this channel grow, so I'm going to do my best to stay the course and keep this thing alive. So, in my last Devil Fruit Functions video, I covered the Suna Suna no Mi, the Uu no Mi model Suryu, and the Gummi Gummi no Mi. And in this video, per overall request of your comments, I'll be covering the Niku Nikomi, the Toi no Mi model Phoenix, and the Yamy no Mi. So how would these 3 Devil Fruits work in the game? Let's find out. Before we start, remember to go watch my video on how devil fruits will work in the perfect One Piece game, along with my entire perfect One Piece game catalog to get a good understanding of what I'm talking about. So let's get right into it, starting with our first devil fruit, the Niku Nikomi. The Niku Nikomi, or the Paw fruit, is a paramecia type devil fruit that gives the user the ability to repel any attack with these paw pads they get in their hand. In this game, the user of the Niku Nikomi will be able to block any attack when they are guarding in a certain direction without using any stamina. They will basically become a defensive juggernaut, and the power or level of the attack does not matter unless it's imbued with Haki. But if the user is also using Haki while blocking, then they will block Haki attacks as well. The Niku Nikomi wouldn't just be able to block attacks, but will have some pretty devastating attacks as well. The first of these attacks is the Pad Cannon, an attack where the user repels air towards an opponent, causing them to get hit with a shockwave. An advanced version of this is the Thrust Pad Cannon, where the user thrusts multiple pad cannons towards one or more opponents. And lastly, the Ursus Shock. The user condenses a giant bubble of air into their palms and thrusts it towards their opponent, causing a huge shockwave to explode from it. The longer the player charges the technique, the bigger the shockwave will be. If it's held to its maximum potential, it could decimate an entire small town island in one shot. And if you've seen my islands video, you would know that's a pretty big attack range. This attack's cooldown time would be around 2 minutes as well. Now the last 2 techniques are Pain Distribution and Vacation. 2 techniques that do appear in the series, but so far don't have names for them, so I've named them myself. Pain Distribution will allow the user to extract damage done to them or another player, healing them and forming that damage into a large pink pod bubble. in which they can throw the bubble at another player or enemy, in which they will receive the same damage extracted. Invocation is a technique where the user will touch an enemy and send them flying across the map into another server. The move will be unblockable, so opponents will have to dodge. The user will have to make physical contact with the opponent to land it, and to keep it from being spammed, the user could only use the technique once every 5 minutes. This technique could also be used on the user themselves to send themselves to another island or server. The main weakness of this fruit is that the user could only use the power to defend with their hands, and if their hands are occupied or they are being attacked from behind, they would take damage. Next is the Toi Nomi model Phoenix. The Toi Nomi model Phoenix, or the bird fruit model Phoenix, is a mythical zone type devil fruit that allows the user to transform into a phoenix. While in phoenix form, or hybrid form, the player will be able to fly in the sky, and just like I've said about flying devil fruits in my devil fruits video, this wouldn't burn stamina, so the user could fly for as long as they wanted. In phoenix form, the player will become a borderline Logia, well kind of. So this fruit gives the user a second ability, which is healing, with the use of his rebirth flames, where the user will regenerate health slowly as they take damage. Rebirth flames could also be used to heal other players as well. As a mythical zone, the player will have access to a few more attacks than that of an average zone. These techniques include Phoenix Brand, which is a fast and powerful kick that deals a lot of damage, Phoenix Power Apple, a zoning healing technique where the user spins his wings around a group of people and heals them with rebirth flames, Undying Thistle, a defensive technique where the user uses their phoenix wings and rebirth flames to block a large scale attack, and Blue Bird, a powerful fire projectile attack shot out from the user's wing, causing a lot of damage. As for the weakness, now while flying wouldn't drain stamina, using the rebirth flame technique would, so sometimes it would be better to just block or dodge rather than stand and heal yourself. And for the last fruit of the video, the Yamy Nomi. The Yamy Nomi, or the dark fruit, is a Logia type devil fruit that allows the user to control the gravity of darkness. As most fans know, the Yamy Nomi is one of the most broken devil fruits from this series due to its ability to nullify other devil fruit powers, which would be one of its main functions in this game. Techniques for the Yamy Nomi include Black Vortex, an ability where the user would create a black tunnel of darkness from their hand, sucking in the opponent into their clutches. This ability would nullify a Logia user's invulnerability while they are grabbed and would give the user an opening to attack. Next is Black Hole, a large zoned ability where the user will engulf a large section of the ground they're standing on with darkness, in which it will suck in enemies, NPCs, and structures in range, crushing them, spitting them out, causing a lot of damage. This ability could be held to get a larger radius as well. And Die in the Dark, where the user creates a giant black spear of darkness that they can throw that sucks in enemies and crushes them, causing massive damage. Another possible function of this fruit would be that it allows the user to consume and use the powers of another devil fruit. Now of course, if a player is able to do this, this will make them extremely powerful. But I gotta be honest, in my personal opinion, I don't really think that Yamy Nomi is the reason Blackbeard can eat 2 devil fruits. They kind of make it a point in this series that his body is weird, and I think for that reason, he can consume 2 devil fruits. But until it's proven otherwise, I would say that the Yamy Nomi does allow a player to eat another devil fruit. And one of the weaknesses of the fruit is while the Yamy Nomi is classified as a Logia type, the user will still take damage from non-hockey imbued attacks. The user will be able to negate any status effects though. And that's how those devil fruits will work in the game. I only have a few more of these I'm willing to do, considering this will be my last devil fruits function video that will be released alongside my One Piece series. So I'll maybe do about 3 more now that we're leaving that series. Let me know in the comments which fruits you'd like to see covered in the next video. Follow my Instagram at RedXRonnie. Follow my Twitter at RedXRonnie. You can join my Discord, that's where I always post my videos first. The One Piece finale video is on the way, and I'll be trying to move into a next series here soon. So like and subscribe for more. See y'all in the next one. Peace.